I hear you, JC.
Welcome back to the BLONGshow, young humanitarian style. I'm glad you decided to join me today. You know, we keep saying all this different stuff over and over. We ain't doing nothing about it. People act like they just not even learning from the past. They're not paying attention to history. People pick up the Bible, but they don't use it. The Bible is loaded with all of this different stuff that's happening today. And we continue to just act like it's not even there. We just act like the Bible is hallelujah, everything good. God is good and everything is great. And let's just keep on moving and having fun when you don't even see that. People continue to anger God with their foolishness. People continue to get knocked down because of their foolishness. To this day, none of us are able to have a conversation with God like prophets of the past due to the things that people kept choosing to do against God's will. So what I'm choosing to do today is I want to make a statement. My statement is people are ridiculously stupid because people continue to do the exact same thing over and over and over and over. I can't even say how many times. And my thing that I'm sticking to this right now is New Year's, because this is 2 days after New Year's, and I'm gonna read you some stuff that occurred New Year's Eve all over the country. I don't know what happened in every other country, but in this country, these are the things that happened. But first, what I want to mention is the reason that I'm saying people are foolish, because we continue to murder, we continue to argue, we continue to fight, we continue to stab each other, shoot each other, backstab each other, just ruin each other for no reason. Think about it. Abel. They say that was the first murder, even though we know it wasn't, because Cain was afraid that when he got sent away into the world, he was going to get killed by somebody else. So obviously, other people was already killing people. Cain and Abel was just in some other, I don't even know what you want to call it, but something different with God, because their parents was in something different with God when they was in the Garden of Eden. And then God kicked them out and set that angel there in order to stop anybody from coming in ever again. And just for some more education, the flood was supposed to get rid of the Garden of Eden, just so you know. So there's no point in looking for it or saying, well, where is it at today? Is it gone? Saul, he was a murderer all over, killing everybody everywhere. He was the one that was chosen by God to lead the people because the people wanted a king. He went crazy with it because he got jealous of David and wanted to kill David because David killed more people than him and the people were singing about it. The reason I'm telling you this stuff is just to tell you how ridiculous things are in humanity. All the way from back in those centuries and centuries ago, long before Jesus, this stuff was going on. But then let's come back. Now let's come right back to Jesus. Look how they did him. And dogged him, all the way to the cross. Well, not to the cross, but to where he was going to be on the mountain with the cross that he carried there and was crucified. Who crucifies a person? How can you crucify a person and say that you're a good person? How does that work? That you're going to make somebody carry this wood and then put their hands on the wood, nail them in with stakes. And the stake is like those nails for a railroad track. So you nail them in their hands with that. Nail that through their feet with a little stump on there. Then put some thorns on your head, mocked you, and then stab everybody to make sure that they dead at the end of the day. After you done let them hang up there and then take them down at night. Why you take them down at night like that was some type of dignity or something, or like something good, that you didn't leave them there overnight? You know, so stupid things over and over. You know, they started hanging people. Why would you hang somebody just because you didn't like their color or where they was from? Like they was a threat to you when you was already like doing everything to them. You know, it's a lot of ridiculous stuff, and people just continue to act like none of this happened. If all of these different things happened and we made it to this day, and we supposed to be more civilized, we supposed to be more intelligent, why we don't act like it? You know, and we don't act like it in no form or fashion, because think about it. Martin Luther King Jr., why he get shot? He got shot because he started telling people how to handle their finances. A lot of people think he was executed because of a black and white thing. No, it wasn't black and white for Martin Luther King Jr. When he got into politics, that's when he got assassinated. When he started trying to actually help the American people get into a better financial state. You know, and that's just another thing too, that, you know, people want us to hate Donald Trump. I don't hate one person on this planet. There's some people I don't like, maybe 2 or 3, that I would beat them down. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But being a civilized person, I don't. And so when we look at that and they say, you know, Trump did this, Trump did that, and then the other day I saw where they say that they finally got his taxes and released the amounts that he paid over the years. I think it was $0, $0, $700 or something small, and then $0 again. And they holding that against him. I think that's great. I think it's absolutely great that somebody with the type of money he got understands how to not pay the IRS money at the end of the year, or for the end of the year. I think that's absolutely astounding. And that's the type of person that I do want to learn from. That's the type of person I want information from. That's the type of person that know what they're doing. They focused on what they got to do. They got a team. They team is thorough. I don't see nothing wrong with that he ain't paid any taxes. Tell me the game so I don't have to pay none. Because they whooping me. Why should I be mad about that? And so the government used that to brainwash us over and over to get us farther and farther away from being more and more free in what we can do here. We don't have freedom here. You know, we don't have freedom. We've adjusted to the boundaries and limitations that they gave us. If we was free, I have a cow in my backyard. I had chickens in my backyard. You know, if we was free, I wouldn't be paying taxes, because I can take care of my own property. And I don't care if you don't have paved roads. I can figure my vehicle out. I don't care if we was living on dirt roads and all that stuff. So you're not doing me no favors taking taxes from me. I don't need the man-made stuff. I live by God. And then, you know, like Malcolm X, he got betrayed by his own people. You know, and they talk bad about him. Like, if you was in a Nation of Islam today, how can you never talk about Malcolm X? How come any postings that they do are never positive about Malcolm X? All of the things he did in order to progress that movement. Whether you agree with their movement or not, I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about people and the actions that they take. Whether you agree with their movement or not, and whether they agree with Malcolm X ending or not, what about all the things he did before his ending with them? They never mention it. You know, the Bible mentions people that was no good. The Bible mentions people for the good things that they did, even if they turned bad in the end. Saul was terrible. But he took care of the people in the beginning, and it was talked about. He served God the right way in the middle, and it was talked about. You know, so what happened with them in that? But we just overlook stuff. And this is the reason that I made my bold statement about people are ignorant. People just, you can do anything with them because they forget quick and they don't respect dramatic things and things that they see happen right in front of them. John F. Kennedy. Who does that? You know, that was terrible. Why would you do something like that? Like a coward on top of that. And then he's sitting next to his wife. And I don't want to hear nothing about what their relationship was or none of that. Don't matter. As a man, you should respect the man sitting next to his wife or his children or his mother or any of those type of people seeing something. You should avoid all of that. To all costs, men should do men things with just men. Other people shouldn't be in the vicinity, around, or nothing. Abraham Lincoln. Why? Ronald Reagan. Why? Huey Newton. Why? The list just go on and on. I can't even begin to name all the different people and all the different things that done happened for centuries and centuries and centuries. And I'm still baffled by the ignorance of people judging people because of their color. Now, to a minor degree, I can agree with judging off color first impression, but only if your attire matches the attire that comes with that color. So if I went somewhere and I had on jeans and a t-shirt and Jordans and a cap and a expensive coat, I expect to be judged as one of them dudes from the hood, which I am, but I've changed my life. And I've never acted like one of them dudes from the hood. Like, I've never treated people like them dudes from the hood treat people. I never downed anybody or bullied anybody. That's not my style. That actually frustrates me and pisses me off when I see that happen to people. So, but I could be judged that way, and I can understand that. But once a person starts talking to me, that judgment should fade away. You shouldn't stay in that judgment zone due to my color no more, because now you actually hurt the person. And when you're judging me, it should only be for precaution. Because when you watch TV, yes, when you see people that look like me and they don't wear suits and dress shoes, they're ignorant 98% of the time, and they acting a fool. And they bullying and they showing off. So I get it. It's just like, you know, if I see a white man or an Indian man or a Chinese man or a Japanese man, all of those, depending on their attire, I'm already automatically thinking, what type of person is this? But me not being a foolish person, I don't choose judgment. I wait. I give that person a chance to sit down. I see how they sit down. I give that person a chance to present themselves. I watch how they present themselves. I offer the handshake. I offer the hello. And then I wait on the reciprocation. So that's the thing that people with a brain do. But most people act like they ain't got no brain. They'll sit there and just look at you. You enter the room, nobody say anything. The person entering don't say anything. The person that's already in the room don't say anything. That's foolish. Actually, I still see men walking around with hats in the building. Why you got your hat on in the building? People don't have no respect for authority anymore. You know, just because they're stronger, they won't respect the older person. Why you won't respect the older person? Because you're physically stronger than them. 9 times out of 10, you're probably not mentally stronger than them. And why just disrespect the person anyway? Especially when you don't know. And so this is what happened on New Year's that I'm going to read to you. To prove that people are stupid and do things over and over and over and over and never change, despite what's happening. Like what I'm finna read to you, you would think that people would actually stop going to certain places on New Year's. Stop going around random people on New Year's. You'd think that people would take a second to do that. But nope, they turn right around the next year, pay extra money to go to a party or go somewhere that they know is going to be people they don't know or people that they might not like, and expect a good outcome for New Year's Day. So this happened in about 8 different states that I'm aware of where I know people at. So, and this is why I took note of these ones. So we're going to run it down. 16-year-old killed just after midnight. 2 men dead after 24 shots from an AR-15. And just imagine, the person that had that AR-15 was 60-some years old. 3 shot at a party. 1 of them died. 2 shot during the early morning hours. 1 shot and another person with him beat down died. 2 shot and killed at a party. 2 shot, 1 died in the hospital. Man shot multiple times. 2 dead, 4 injured. 1 dead, 4 wounded. 1 shot in the thigh and the foot. 1 shot in the butt by a security guard. 2 shot just before midnight. Woman's legs got shot up. A man shot in the eye. A 19-year-old shot in the hand, allegedly. A woman shot in her thigh. A man shot in his arms and chest. And then this is the worst one right here. A 14-year-old shot in the ankle at 4 a.m. I ain't gonna cuss, but I'm gonna say, why in the F is a 14-year-old out at 4 a.m.? Do you know what I was doing at 14 on New Year's? Sleep. 12:30 a.m. I was asleep. That was the demand in my house. I got to stay up and drink grape juice with my mama and daddy and brothers and sisters. And a few minutes later, get your butt in the bed, say your prayers, and go to sleep. Wasn't no running the street. I couldn't even leave off the block till I was 16 and driving. If I left off the block, I had to give a report of where I was at, what I was doing, when I was going, and when I was coming back. I don't know what's wrong with y'all these days. And I'm not going to say y'all because I know some of my viewers are on point. I'm going to say I don't know what's wrong with people these days. People got to get it together. This is dumb. And next year, you know what? It's going to be the same list with different people. The same thing going to happen next year on New Year's Eve, going into New Year's Day. It happens every year. And people keep still doing the same thing. So don't be mad because I said people stupid. This is the BLONGshow. I'm just trying to bring some acknowledgement to the foolishness. Until we acknowledge stuff, we ain't gonna learn nothing and do nothing different. I hope y'all have a good 2023.